Hello everybody, welcome to another hands-on with me, Christian Scheller, as always. Every week, Monday at 1700, 5 p.m. UTC. Now, I don't even know what the time is anymore. Berlin time. I'm not sure. I think we're now UTC +1, not +2 again. We'll have to figure that one out for the next time, but that's basically the time anyway. As it is getting to winter and it's getting dark, I am trying to figure out lights. And I haven't quite figured it out. Things are not quite right here. I'm throwing in some extra lights and yeah, can't quite seem to get it right. It's too dark, too shadowy. For most of this, you're not even really going to see me anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'll figure that out another time. Because, yeah, I seem very red today. Oh well, doesn't matter too much. Just a quick summary. If you like what you see, you can find more at christianscheller.com. Subscribe wherever you are watching this video. Give me a thumbs up, say hello, leave a comment live or post, fine with me. And yes, I can see a comment already. This is going to be about the Mac Shortcuts app. What is today's episode about? The Mac version of the Shortcuts app. Something that I've wanted to experiment with for some time. I have tried Automator, I have tried AppleScript, I have tried Hammerspoon. There is a previous video on the feed about Hammerspoon. I have tried Bash. I've tried all sorts of things. They all have their own use cases. I was interested after. I do have an iPad, but I'm not a particularly power user of it. I use it a lot for reading and media consumption and just doodling ideas, but not to a point where I've ever really needed to experiment with shortcuts. And when shortcuts came to the Mac, I was really interested in giving it a try and seeing what I could do. And that's what this is going to be all about. Let's see what we can do. I'm going to jump into screen share. Wow, I'm actually the same color as my screen. That's concerning. So there's not really a web page to send you to. This is the macOS Monterey. You will need macOS Monterey, I think for sure, to get this to work, or an iPad, of course, but I'm going to look at the Mac version specifically. So this is just the Monterey page, explains kind of roughly what the application is. Automate the things you do most often. Out of interest, is Automator still available? Yeah, Automator is still around. It's more of a script editor, but I get the feeling it's kind of being phased out. Yeah, so this is Automator, the precursor to shortcuts. You can run things from dock, menu bar, find, spotlight, or even with Siri, which is where it gets potentially interesting as well. There's lots available. Make your own, share with a click, and a whole bunch of other things. So it is an application. It comes by default with Monterey. And you'll also see I am using at the moment, zoom in here, Raycast. You can see two previous videos about Raycast, which is a kind of replacement for Spotlight, Alfred, Quicksilver, all those sorts of applications. It came with built-in integration for shortcuts, actually. I think that's in the preferences. Oops. Sorry. I always hate it when macOS does that. That's what we actually want. Raycast preferences. It's somewhere in their settings. I can't seem to find it, but basically, here we go, here. But let's come back to that in a minute, once we've actually got some shortcuts. So let's come back to that in a minute. Let's dive in with the defaults first. So let's open up the application. Whenever I deal with desktop applications, we have a slight issue with being able to see things. That's always a bit unfortunate. So I will zoom in and out when it becomes necessary to see text. There is actually a user guide page. Oh, this is iOS though. That's not much use. How do we get to the macOS version? That's not particularly useful, is it? Because it might be useful to follow it. Let's see. Keyboard shortcuts, no. Well, that doesn't seem to actually exist, so we won't worry too much about that for now. Yeah, interesting. iOS version, but not anything else. But there's probably inbuilt help. Let's see. Yes. There we go. Let's bring that over here. Close that. Now, hopefully I can zoom in on this, because even I can barely read that. I'm not seeing a way. Oh, there we go. Good. All right. I wonder if there's a way to change the font size here. I don't think so. Not usually. No. Oh well. We'll just zoom in when we need to. So the problem with shortcuts on macOS and iOS and every other platform is that you're kind of dependent on applications supporting them as well. So what you can do is going to be limited by what you have installed and what supports it. So I don't know what I have. Let's see. There's obviously going to be a lot of things built into macOS itself. I was under the impression that I was thinking it would kind of break down what's available on my computer as well, but it doesn't seem to be. It's hard to say like what's actually available. Don't know. Hard to say. Starter shortcuts. I don't know if I just click plus, I'll see what I have available to me. Oops. See again, this seems to be just the default ones, because I am sure, all actions, here we go, maybe. I'm sure I have some other applications I've installed that I'll make it available. Let's see, contacts. It's looking to me a lot like Automator, to be honest with you, but yeah, this is all still default macOS and Apple stuff, really. So this is not incredibly encouraging so far to see if other Trello apparently web. I was sure I had other apps. Ugh, going crazy. So MindNode, Notebook. That was actually one of the ones I was hoping to experiment with. Pocket, Skype. Okay. Surprising. Twitter, Ulysses, Zoho Books. Okay, so here's some interesting ones we can work with, actually. Photos as well. So the first one I would actually personally like to try is I have a Nextcloud instance running at home. You can actually find a blog post about that. And on my blog, on christianschiller.com. And I have a folder in here of pictures. So what I'd like to do is every time there's a new picture in there, pick it up, add it to photos. That seems, I used to have that in Automator actually. It probably still is there. I just disabled it a long time ago. Let's try creating something like that. So I don't know if I think I get the impression the kind of nature of shortcuts is it should work without following manuals really. So let's see. Add actions from the right to build your shortcut. Well, I guess it's going to be in Finder. See, it's kind of in the way a little bit. Let's move that out of the way. Some of this terminology is very similar to Automator, actually, knowing what to pick. So I think get select. Oof, this is hard to say. Get selected files in Finder. I just realized I do not have my mouse pointer highlighted. There we go, that's better. So this one here. I think that's what we want. I'm not seeing anything else that I think is going to be useful, unless there's something baked. No, probably not. It's interesting we can actually shortcut the script editor. That's kind of weird. Feels a bit meta. Okay, Finder. So get selected files in Finder. Okay. So what do? I guess we can double click it. I suppose we can also drag it. Yeah. So now what? Oops, sorry, there's a dog. Now what do? Add to a shortcut. No? Okay. Oops, sorry about that. There's a dog here. Okay, how do I change anything? Maybe I don't need to. Interesting. Maybe I don't, yeah. Okay, so I think this is where things start to get a little bit complicated. Like, what do I do next? I can actually see there's kind of an example here. Repeat with each item in the file, but it's not immediately obvious that I need to do that. And how do I even find that? So, I don't know. This is where it's not as initially user-friendly as it could be. Repeat with each item. I mean, I only know that because I just saw it. But that would be immediately obvious if I didn't know that. Repeat for each. Okay, repeat with each item in file. Okay. And then I guess we want to save to a photo album. This is always the interesting thing because with photos, and this is where I end up somewhat revealing. Damn it. I really wish macOS would not do that. It's incredibly annoying. It just jumps desktops. I mean, most of the time it's fine, but when I don't really want to show everybody on YouTube my screen, should be more prepared, I suppose. I don't really have these in a gallery, in an album, but okay, whatever. It doesn't really matter. It'll do for now. So save to a photo album. Select photos. I guess save to a photo album. So save repeat item to recent. Yes, I guess. Or you can pick different albums here. Recent, I think, is good. Is recent actually a gallery, though? This help is in the way now. There you go. Recent. It's not really an album, but it'll do. So, okay. And then delete the file. Delete files. I want to make sure it's in the same thing. Yeah, that's effectively what we want. We now ideally would, in Automator and in older versions of macOS automation tools, this used to be called a folder action. I guess that's what we want to do. So how? Use as a quick action in the Finder. Let's see. Pin. Use as a quick action in the Finder. Use a keyboard shortcut. Is there such thing as a folder action anymore? Let's see. Shortcut basics. Oh, we can always just search. Run shortcuts from the command line. Oh, that's new as well. Let's see. Kind of what we want. Run a shortcut from the dock. Run a shortcut from the menu bar. Run a shortcut from a Finder window. So I guess we have to run it. It's not completely as automated as it used to be. It'd be nice that you can't really specify the folder. That's the interesting thing. All right, let's use it as a quick action in the Finder. Receive any input. Images, media. Okay. Don't really need all of these. It's strange there's not a quick way to unselect them all. This is looking very much like a catalyst, like an iPad app actually. I just realized I thought the screen looked really fuzzy, but it's because I'm zoomed in. But anyway, so I guess that works from quick actions. Can't seem to change it. If there's no input, continue. Ask for. Don't know. Okay. So I'm assuming this will, let's move that up. This will now be available. Yeah, we should give it a name, shouldn't we? How do we give it a name? It seems like a very basic thing. How do I give it a name? Is this it? Okay. Yes. Okay. I wonder if that updates automatically as well. No. Do I have to hit save or something? Hit enter. Okay, seems to be the way to do it. Okay. Okay, good. All right, so now I need to take a photo and get that triggered. Hopefully. All right. Wave, everybody. I'll give you the behind the scenes look. So I'll pop into Nextcloud, and it usually syncs fairly automatically, but we might kind of want to rush it a bit. So that's coming through. And any second now, he says, hopefully. Any second now. There it is. Right. So that's not really running automatically, though. That's a shame, but that's fine. So let's see. I think it needs to be selected. Yeah, see, that's... it's not ideal. I think we're doing something not quite right. Add photos, it's probably like that instead. But I can do that already with the share extension. But it's working. We can see that's working. I think it needs to be tweaked a little bit. But it works. Why can't I? Ooh, weird, what happened there? Let's try it again. Yes, delete. Okay. Okay, that didn't delete. Did it add the photo at least? Yes, the photo is there at least. Oops. I was in there twice actually. So yeah, something went a bit wonky there. But it didn't delete. Not quite sure why. All right, fine. I think that probably needs some tweaking. I did see something in there about working with folders. I think you usually need to do something a little different. Maybe I saw it somewhere. A shortcut, quick action. I saw something somewhere. But we can come back to that. I'd like to try something a little different that wasn't possible before, actually. This was possible with Automator. This was possible with AppleScript, this kind of thing. It works. It's always worked for some time. It requires a little bit of fiddling around, but it works. I'm going to try something a little different, actually. Something that hasn't worked before. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. I guess I just close that. Yeah. I might just remove that one for now. It doesn't really work right now. So, and we can have a look at some of the pre-compiled ones in a bit as well. But this is where I've got to be very careful. I'm just going to switch actually to not screen sharing for a second because I just want to check I'm not revealing anything in this application that's a bit too secretive. Maybe. is it? There. Okay, right. Let's come back. So I also use this application for my business accounting called Zoho Books. And it has this documents here. And they are supporting shortcuts. So what I'd like to do is, and this is something I cannot currently do just with the share menu, is I would like to say with an invoice, send it to that book, that application into the invoices, hopefully. Let's see if we can do that. Obviously, as I said before, it somewhat depends on what they're supporting, but let's give it a go. So again, we need a file. I suppose that's fine. I'm not sure if that's... I'm doing something slightly different. Hello. Cancel. I don't really cancel. Go away. Okay. I think actually, to be honest with you, what we had before was probably what we actually want. So let's go back. It takes a little bit of time. I'll save some of my thoughts for a summary. Get selected files in the Finder again. Yes. Then we're going to need the for each. Repeat for each. There's only going to generally be one. And let's jump into Zoho Books. Create expense. Now, add documents. That's what we want. Good. Show more. Folder inbox. Show when run. Great. I mean, we could delete again. It didn't seem to work last time, but why? You know what? I'm actually not going to delete right now because I don't want to lose those files right now. So, let's see. Add to invoices. It's not quite correct. It's to receipts. It's actually only adding to the inbox. Then I have to do that in Zoho, but we'll use it as a quick action again in the Finder. It's generally only going to be PDFs, but yeah, it's kind of annoying. You have to go through and tick everything there, but so that should work. This is not actually an invoice I particularly want, but that doesn't really matter. Quick actions, add to receipts. Okay. Well, something happened. Let's see if what we wanted to happen happened. Yes, it did. That is the file, and that's the date and the time. Good. So that actually works. That is something I couldn't do before, so that's quite useful. Let's trash that for now. Okay, good. Good. All right. Now, something else. What are other things? I mean, I actually might keep this one because that is actually useful to me. Something else. Let's have a look at some of the other options available. And it's actually funny because there's no way of me knowing very quickly. Say, for example, if I use something like Zapier, I can just look at the applications. Whereas here, I don't know. Like, I don't even know what's possible until I just start creating something, which is interesting. But, all right, let's have a look. I'd like to see what might also be possible. App Store, Books, Calculator, Contacts. What I'd really love is a shortcut for Calibre, but that's never going to happen. There's a Python application. Mail, Maps, Message, MindNode. News, Notebook. Again, the interesting thing with Notebook is I could do a lot of things I need to do through other means. Create a file note, create a photo note, create a text note. I can actually do a lot of that already by just, again, with the macOS share extension. But of course, that's mostly just adding, well, yeah, what else? I feel like, so for example, I can do share to notebook there, and it basically does the same thing. Same with a picture, share to notebook, it's basically the same thing again. So I'm not really gaining anything there, but of course, piping it into something else could be more interesting. trying to think of what. Yeah, there's a lot there you can already do. That's the strange thing. Now I have just seen something I definitely want to try. But what is possible in Trello? Add a Trello card, because that is something that has not been possible before. It's also interesting because Trello, as far as I can tell, is an Electron application, which generally doesn't support stuff like this. So that's cool. All right, let's give that a go, because that is something that could be useful. I cannot at the moment say add that to Trello from here. I do have the Trello application here, and it's also in another window, so I will just close that so we don't suddenly get that crazy jump again, and open it up so you can see. It's just over in this window at the moment. Come on, Trello. Move. There we go. So this is actually the Trello board for the live stream. So let's see, I reckon. Let's see how we could get that to go. So again, it's going to be a files in the Finder one again. I feel like this seems to be a lot of things I want. So I keep files. Get selected files in Finder. Repeat. Feel like, I don't know, I kind of feel like that's something so many people would want to do. Why is it not just by default? But I'm sure there's a reason. Ours is not to reason why, ours but to do. And then add it to a Trello card. The thing is, what worries me here is add to a Trello card, not, oh no, creates a new card. Okay, that's all right. Shortcuts does not have access to your Trello account. Okay. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. Wants to use Trello to sign in. Oops. Okay. All right. Nice. Now this is new. This is something I've not seen in applications like this before, which is quite cool. Okay. I don't know what's going on there. It's just... Oops, what happened there? Trello's login workflow has become very confusing recently. Oh, I've got to do that again. Needed that. He says. Lots of redirecting going on. I think it actually just worked because I saw something. Oh no, hang on, still going. Great. Oh, you have to specify. Huh. That is interesting. I feel like there's something cleverer that could be done here, but for now, let's go to, I have actually an inbox board, which is usually my dumping ground. To top of ideas, yes. Due date, attachments, choose variable. Surely the attachment should be the file. So what would that be? Clipboard, current date, device details, repeat index, repeat item, shortcut input. It's slightly confusing. Maybe we should just see what happens. Okay. Okay, there we go. There we go. I don't know what's going to happen here. I get the feeling not a lot. Well, Nothing happened. That could be good, that could be bad. Let's see. No, nothing happened. So interesting. Oh, top of the list. I'm on the bottom of the list. No, nothing happened. Let's try again. I think because this is an attachment, not a... I don't know what it's expecting. I think it's expecting text or something like that. It's also interesting because you get no errors. I don't know where you need to look for like debug. Yeah, that's a weird kind of problem. Where do you look? Is there any kind of... Ah, here we go. It's in my... Let's see. You must provide a name. Okay. How... How would... I don't even see... Description? Due? Attachment? Okay, but description? I don't know. Insert a variable. File? I don't know. There's a bit of a mystery here sometimes. Okay, let's try again. I assume you must provide a name. How? I'm wondering if this is what... No, it's getting... How would you determine the name? I think I saw this in one of the examples. It is get details of file size, name. So then that's an attachment though. Add something is sort of wonky in the... I want to... there. Cool, I think it says that is going to work. Let's just clear those notifications. Okay, try again. Oh, I just saw a Trello update. It's encouraging. Look at that. Nice. That is quite useful. For me, anyway. I don't know about anybody else. All right, yes, and I'm going to watch June tonight. If you want to come and join me, then go wild. So that's quite useful. Okay, how much time do we have? Let's see, 35. I feel like I'm going to try something a bit more nuanced. Now, the other thing we can look at this point is how to hook it up to... So we also do have this here. I don't really know how that's going to work from here. How's that going to work? Yeah, there's... Oh, it's just with the currently selected file. That's interesting. Oh, that's quite cool. What if I had nothing selected though? So I've got nothing selected. What if I try it now? I would guess that would fail. No, but nothing happened either, so that seems reasonable. Okay, good. That is quite useful. So What else can we have a play with? I think this might be a good opportunity to look at the gallery actually and see what else is here. That it's interesting because when it comes to syncing, it would have been interesting to try this actually, because all those applications also exist on the iPad, so I'd assume they would work as well, which is quite nice. What else do we have? Shortcuts. Fun and games with Siri. No, starter shortcuts. Okay. Let's see. Quickly add an event at the time and date you choose. Take a break. AirDrop. New note with a date. Text the last image. Text running late. Email running late. Email your most recent photo. I mean, that's kind of your most recent. We could try. So I guess we click that. Oh no, we've just selected it. Okay. All right. Running late. Yeah. All right. that worked. Interesting. That did work. I don't want to do that right now, though. I don't want to actually email that event. So well, that's interesting. That does work. Make a QR code is also quite useful. Directions to make a GIF, an iPhoto or a video. I don't think I have any of those. So let's have another look. What else have we got? Shortcuts for accessibility, great with Siri. Wonderful widgets. I always like widgets. Let's see what we can do with widgets. Open app on Apple TV, wake Apple TV, email myself. Search on. Search on? Yeah, that could be interesting. What's that going to do? 26 actions on search on. I don't really understand. Ah, okay. So I would take that to mean that I could pop into, no, not there, not iStat. Ooh. Pop into my widgets, add, I don't see anything. Although I'm actually seeing a whole bunch of new widgets here that I haven't seen before, but which is another whole other thing to look into. What was it called? Search. I don't see it. What is a widget one then? Let's see. Wonderful widget shortcuts. Few taps, more done. Sort of. Don't know. I'm not really sure how to see those. So let's consult the manual, I suppose. If in doubt, consult the manual. Doesn't really say very much. Not really seeing anything there, so I don't exactly know how that is supposed to work. Where is a widget? Maybe just 1 second. Come back to widgets. Not seeing it, so I don't exactly know. I wonder if it needs a. Why is it called a widget? Then. I don't know. That one's a weird one. I'm not entirely sure how you're supposed to trigger that. Search on it. I mean, it's here, but it's not really. Oops, something has appeared. What do you want to search? Yeah, and I opened a browser, of course. Okay, well, I don't really know why that's a widget. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure what that was about, but okay, let's have a look what else there is. It's showing as a widget here, which is interesting. Don't know. Yeah, not quite sure what that was about, but okay. What else have we got? Share sheet. Now this. I love share sheets, and I find quite often applications are missing them. So I wonder if there's something clever we can do here. JavaScript shortcuts. Design for Safari. A lot of these already exist in other places. Opening Chrome. Wayback Machine. Edit a web page. Change font. Add to Instapaper. Add to Pocket. Again, these are already all things that I kind of have already. But it's interesting that these are powered by JavaScript, which is interesting. I wonder how that would work. Yeah. I'm interested to know how, because that also doesn't seem very appropriate to me, being on a share extension. That seems odd. Like, that's this thing here. Why would you want to do that from there? Yeah, but the fact you can run JavaScript, and then need to enable that, obviously. Choose from dictionary. Okay, there's no change the font. Seems like an odd place to put it, but yeah, I think. So, do we need to save it? Just sort that out. Okay. Huh. Interesting, actually, the ability to add JavaScript though. Let's open a Safari window. This is where things get very confused. Being zoomed out. I don't know. Let me see. I don't know. Okay, sorry, that's not quite the page I wanted to open. Sorry for that, slightly. Not really seeing anything here though. Do I have to? Not. Don't know. Maybe it needs to be a link. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure what. I'm not seeing anything. Like something is slightly missing here. That text is selected, isn't it? Let's try it from here, maybe. No, I'm not seeing anything. So I don't know what we're missing. Don't know. Not really seeing anything. I feel like there's a few things kind of missing here. It's like there's some power here, but sometimes it's not entirely clear how you're supposed to trigger things. Because, yeah, nothing is really happening here. I'm not seeing any way to trigger any of this. Or maybe it's actually on the whole page itself. Maybe it's from up here. No. So I don't know. Not sure what I'm missing there, but it doesn't seem to work. So, no, not seeing it. The other thing that confuses me here is if I delete this, I assume I'm just deleting my copy. I hope. Especially that one. I would like to get that to work, but okay. Hand washing music, lovely. So some of this I wouldn't mind experimenting with home and things like that, but not right now. Word of the day. Why not? I guess that just comes from a web service. Share availability, daily stand-up. Combine screenshots, a lot of interesting things there. Attach note to Ulysses. I wouldn't mind very quickly just trying like one more kind of connecting up to an application. Thing that I wasn't able to do before, basically. And then, I mean, a lot of this will get better as the options improve. Let's have a look at one more. What could we do? News notes. What else is something that I do quite a lot? Can't. I'm running out of things that could be possible that I'd want to do a lot of. I mean, adding something to MindNode, maybe, but I also, again, feel like that might already be possible. Like, say I see some text somewhere. All right, let's just open up something in TextEdit, for example. So this is, yeah, forgive this rather strange text. This is from a video the other day. So at the moment, now see, on a MindNode, I don't see any option to add that to MindNode. So that would be something to try. Okay, so we would want text, I think. Now this is interesting. This is actually starting. Oh, hello. There's some really interesting ones here. Make markdown from rich text. I like the look of that. Match text. Translate the text. This is feeding into a lot of the other things we've seen in Monterey with the image features, which are really cool. Actually, extract text from image. Oh, yeah. Correcting. Oh, changing the case. Hello. Okay. So I guess we want to, is it text or get text from input? Okay, so we probably just want text. Pass it to specified text. Yep. Okay. Oh no, specified text. No, that's not what we want. I guess it's get text from input then. I suppose. Let's see. Get text from... Well, it's like selected text is what we actually want. What would that be? Match text? Such as a regular expression. Wow. Clipboard, current date, device details, shortcut input. It's sort of like selected, isn't it? Highlighted? Yeah. I'm not completely sure how we can do this then. Match text. Get text from input is, but text input from where? Split the text. Combine the text. Dictate the text. So many things with text, but how do we get the text? Get text from input. I mean, maybe that's it. I don't know. Let's see. And then we want to do MindNode, although I'm not seeing anything there. Export to reminders. That's exporting. This is more MindNode out more than into MindNode. Quick entry, I guess. Maybe. Let's see. With text. I get the feeling this isn't going to work, but So if we go back to text editor, oh, I haven't added it into anything. Use a quick action in the finder. So receive. We could select text here. Input from. It's not from a quick action though, is it? It's from. I think we probably want from the services menu. Actually, because finder doesn't really make sense. Okay. So services, add to mind map. Oh, something's happening. But I don't think what we wanted to happen happened. No error. Nothing's really happening there. So it's one of those annoying times where there's an error, but you don't really know what. Maybe it should be that. Let's try that. If there's no input, continue, stop and respond, ask for, maybe. Ask for photos, no, ask for text. I don't know. Okay. Oh, something is happening, but it's on my other window, which is annoying. Here. It's popped up here, but there's nothing there. So it's asked for input, so the text isn't getting through there. So yeah, I'm not sure how to get that to work. Like selected text is what we want, but I don't see a way to do that. I feel like if I experimented a lot more, we would figure this out, but I'm not entirely sure right now how to do that. Obviously, there's other ways we could do it, which is like copy clipboard and then in something like that. So that would be one thing. So get text here. So get text from. What just happened there? That's different. Get text from. How do I change that? Because previously it was you could pick it. Now I don't. Clear. Oops. Maybe. There we go. Yeah. So clipboard, for example, instead. So we probably don't want the quick action, and we can just do this from, we'll do it from Raycast in this particular instance. There you go. So in this case, we could do, day one, copy, let's add to mind map, and that, no. It's also not connected in any way. Yeah. Well, that bypasses the whole thing there. That makes it a bit shorter, I think. So if we copy and doesn't being able to click this. Like, I don't know if you can really see, but like I go here and then it vanishes. I don't know. I feel like this is a bug because it's a catalyst. Look, I can't actually click it. I moved my mouse and it's dodgy. Okay, let's just try that again. And, that's really annoying. I can't actually click it. know what I'm supposed to do. I can't actually click it. That's really weird. Huh, well there you go. That's annoying. Oh, that's funny. I can't actually click the thing. One more time. I can't click it. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do there. I can't click it. But I think you get the idea of what's possible there. But yeah. So, Summary. macOS shortcuts. There's some power there. I find it hard to know why shortcuts instead of Automator, apart from the fact that shortcuts is also available on iOS, which is probably the main and most obvious reason, to be honest with you. But apart from that, a lot of the way you create things is pretty similar. There's still a lot of, I find it, like, it still doesn't seem as user-friendly as it could be. There's still a lot of places where you're a little bit stuck about what you're supposed to do next. And you need to kind of experiment quite a bit to figure that out. Whereas there could be a little bit more abstraction there. It's like, what do you want to do, as opposed to here's the building blocks. I want to select a bunch of files and send them to this. And then kind of maybe it would be nicer if it just filled in those steps for you, that kind of thing. And I think from memory in the iPad version, that kind of integration there is different. I don't know. Not sure how I could try that from a macOS version, like going backwards the other way. Like I'm in Notebook, I want to get a file into it with shortcuts, that kind of thing. I don't know if that's entirely possible. But yeah, that still feels a bit missing to me. I mean, for some of the things we did on this stream, there was already enough there for me. The fact that I can now directly share something from Finder to Trello has been something I want to do for ages. And that's already a bonus for me. And sharing the documents to my accounting software is something I want to do for ages. Those two things alone are enough for me in some respects. But I think there's a lot more that you could do. I just need more use cases. But still, it's interesting. I will go and check on my iPad and then see if they've synced and see... but I don't have my iPad with me. I should have brought it with me and I'll post in the comments and tell people if that did actually come together. All right, so that was another hands-on. You can find more about me at christianscheller.com. My blogs, my writing, my other videos. I just put up a Solo Adventure if you're into gaming, like actually board games and video and roleplay games, not computer games. Up a review and a playthrough. And I'll be back with another hands-on same time next week. And the topic will be another one I am quite excited about. The topic will be... I should actually come back so you can see me for this. The topic will be GitHub Copilot. So if any of you programmers out there, how does GitHub Copilot help or hinder your programming skills? But until then, I have been Christian Schiller. Please leave a comment if you've enjoyed what you've seen, and I'll see you next week.